Marvel's Avengers is coming out this fall for PlayStation and Xbox, but what do we actually know about it so far? I'm going to break down the plot, game modes, the playable heroes, everything we know about the multiplayer, some custom costumes and suits, and when you can play it, all in this video. So everything you'll need to know about this game and whether you want to buy it or not will be in this video, and as more info comes out, I'll make updates. But let's get right into it with the story. So the plot of this game is totally separate from the MCU with an all new 100% original story, so like I said, not connected to anything else that Marvel has ever done. So it initially takes place during a period of triumph for the Avengers, who in the game are made up of Iron Man, Hulk, Captain America, Black Widow, Ms. Marvel, and Thor. Spider-Man is not in this game in case you were wondering because of his own game series on PlayStation, which I also have a video on the new PS5 Miles Morales game coming out, which you can watch either now or at the end of this video. It will be linked. The unveiling of a new headquarters in San Francisco powered by an experimental energy source is disrupted by a deadly attempted heist that ultimately results in not just the disbandment of the Avengers, but outlawing of all superheroes. This event ultimately forces the Avengers out of retirement to face a mix of technologically advanced and superpowered enemies led by a company called AIM, which you might be familiar with. So they initially show up as a force to completely replace heroes in the world, and slowly the heroes will learn that there's an actual conspiracy against them by AIM. We both have different supervillains in it. AIM seems to be the main thing driving the story forward. The game will feature a single player campaign mode as you would expect, and these are going to be called hero missions, but there will also be co-op missions in a new mode that's going to be called Warzone mode. Now unfortunately for them, Warzone is heavily linked to Call of Duty with their popular game mode, but it shouldn't make that big of a difference. This mode is Warzone, but it's going to be mission styles. And also I just want to clarify, you can do Warzone missions either by yourself or with friends, but you cannot do the hero missions with friends. That has to be by yourself. You will be able to play as all 6 included Avengers at first, along with recruiting many others throughout the single player campaign. Different missions or boss fights, maybe you'll have someone they have to save or someone will come in to help you, and that's how you unlock new characters. And all these characters will be customizable both with new equipment that upgrades your stats and abilities, and by using different costumes to change the look. We'll get more into that later though with different costumes. Ms. Marvel was later revealed to also play a role, as she was announced during Comic-Con in 2019, where the other Avengers were announced way before. So I'm not sure if Ms. Marvel will be available right at launch, but that's what it's seeming like now. We have tons more info to get into, but if you like the video so far, make sure to drop a like and subscribe. It just helps YouTube know that this video is good and you're enjoying it, and it helps new people find the channel. But let's get right back to the breakdown. So, like I said, I'm sure there's going to be tons more villains to go along with AIM being the main corporation behind stuff, but we 100% know that Taskmaster and Abomination will make an appearance in this game. Like I said, there are going to be tons of villains, so leave a comment on what villains you want to see. Any Marvel villain has a possibility of being in this game, and Taskmaster being in this game confirms that villains that were in the Spider-Man game can be in this game. It's just not Spider-Man himself, because Taskmaster was obviously in Spider-Man PS4. And I brought up Warzone, which is the co-op mode earlier, so I want to get back into that too. So there are side missions, like I said, called Warzone, and in these you can choose to play as one of several heroes to gain new gear and experience. Some of them will require you to go somewhere and retrieve an item, others might maybe involve a boss fight or something. Like I said, these can be played solo or with another friend online. And it sounds like you're going to obviously have to be different characters, so you can't both be Iron Man, but that shouldn't be too big of a problem because there's going to be a lot of heroes in this game. We have not seen a ton of gameplay up to this point, and the online mode is kind of mysterious right now. Like, we have not got a lot of info at all since the game's been announced. But in a few days, on June 24th, there will be a live stream showing off new multiplayer content. So if the content is big enough, I will make an update video going over everything that is new and improved info, just to make sure you guys have all the correct info. But let's talk about what everyone is really excited about, which is the costumes, DLCs, and everything about customization. So all the post-launch heroes and additional regions will be available for free for all players. So say Doctor Strange isn't in the main campaign, but they add new missions in a new realm, or maybe it's, a New York City or something, and they'll add Doctor Strange in. You will not have to pay for anything. Think of how like Fortnite does it, or now Modern Warfare does it, where it's just constant updates. You have the game, you get the updates. While those will be free, you can, however, buy custom costumes or outfit variations for heroes with real life money. But these will not affect the gameplay at all. They only change your appearance, no powers, special, or anything. So if they add MCU costumes or old classic comic strip costumes, or just ones that they design on their own, it will just make you look cool, and you can buy them if you want to support the game. If not, doesn't matter, it's not going to change anything besides how it looks. I'm really hoping they put some awesome designs in this game, so if you have any specific suits or variations of costumes you want to see, let me know in the comments what you want to see for costume. So for example, they might add a special white Black Widow suit around the time the Black Widow movie releases, kind of to build off the hype of the Black Widow movie, even though the game isn't connected to the MCU. And these I'm assuming will cost no more than like $2 to $5 max for one suit, maybe like $15 for a bundle. And finally, the release date. This game was actually supposed to come out last month on the 15th of May, but it now comes out September 4th, 2020. Check out my video on the new Spider-Man PS5 Miles Morales game, or any of the other videos that are on screen right now, and make sure to sub for everything related to the Avengers Project game and everything else MCU and Marvel related.